All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the But Is It Dope Tho Podcast, a weekly discussion of music and pop culture. I'm here today with some of my Dope Tho fam. We have Virgil, Methodical One, Wade, say what's up, throw a gang sign or something.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
We have Keith Gaffney with us today.
Wow.
And then we have a special guest. We have Coyia.
What's up?
She's a very talented artist, singer, rapper. Make sure y'all check her out. And we'll also, hopefully, we'll have another guest, Amoré King, who is the founder of this great here Dope Tho platform. And he's also a dope artist as well. So hopefully he can join us sometime during this podcast. But if you all remember last week, I said I would do a poem. No one gave me a subject, but it seems to be the subject has brought itself upon me. So let me just get into character. It's probably just going to be a haiku because I'm going off the dome. So it might be a little freestyle. Let me change the...
Oh, look, she putting the filters on and everything. It's getting serious.
I was gonna
snap ready, Ackland. Get them snaps ready. We gotta get our snaps ready.
Right.
Winter, why are you here? You are so late. I hate this fate. Winter, what the fuck is this? This is not the type of ice I wanted on my wrist. I'm done.
Hey, I mess with it.
Incense ready.
I mess with it. I had some too. I should have lit it.
But no, for real, it's like I don't understand. Winter storms in the middle of February. Like, where was all this shit in December when everybody
during Christmas?
Yeah.
When they start naming winter storms, what is this shit? Like, I was like, wait a minute, what is this? When are y'all naming the winter storm?
6ix9ine, that's what it is.
It's got a name?
Yeah, all three of them do this week got names.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Damn, is that bad? That's crazy. Well, guess we'll just...
Shout out to my white people, but you always notice that they name the storms after white people. They'll never name them after black people.
Never. Never. A storm name ain't never unique or nothing.
I mean, the tropical storms, they got Spanish names.
February is Black History Month.
It should have been.
Got Storm LaShonda up in here.
Yeah, they could have did a storm Shaniqua, something like that.
I would have paid for it. I'm game.
Right, that's why I'm about to start calling that shit. Next week, Storm Tyrone gonna be in this bitch.
Exactly.
Oh, the Call Tyrone memes that would actually come from that.
All right, y'all. But we'll just go ahead and get right into it. Started off with some good news that Dave Chappelle got the rights to his show back. Oh, what's up? Look, there's Amoré.
What's good?
I can't get this horizontal view, man, so we're going to have to do it upright.
Why you look like you
I look like I'm floating probably with this back.
But yeah, what's that? Oh, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, got his show back streaming.
Okay.
I didn't know that I knew he asked fans to boycott after, it being on Netflix. But however, I didn't know that he wasn't getting paid royalties. I mean, I kind of figured that, just how he kind of just moved to Africa and everybody was just, where's Dave Chappelle? But I mean, it is dope that, the fans had his back. Like, it, you know what I'm saying? It worked. They're like, you know what, we need to pay this man. The world is angry at us. We need to give him his coins. So he got his coins, and now it's back on Netflix for everybody's viewing pleasure.
I mean, let's be honest. He the funniest man living. So I mean, that's almost without a doubt. And that whole situation with Comedy Central was garbage anyway. Like, I don't understand. Like, this man was literally writing, producing, and doing all types of craziness for the show. And like, they wasn't really giving him, you know, that kind of control. Like, it was his show, but he had that kind of control. Because that's what he always talked about. That was the whole reason why he left. He was like, you know, we thought the jokes was funny. He was like, and then the white dudes in the building start trying to write the jokes, and then we had a problem. So basically, he was just like, you know, it's time to bow out. And he was right. Like, people didn't understand it. Like, how you turn down that much money, bro? Like, seriously? Like, it ain't all about money, man. Sometimes it's about integrity, and that's exactly what he did. Shout to him for doing it, and shout to him for getting it back. Because I mean, we always gonna stand behind him. I mean, he the funniest comedian that we got on both sides. So it don't matter. It really don't. Like, I'll support Dave.
Is there a debate? Who's the funniest comedian? Because I do think it's Chappelle myself.
Yeah,
I don't think nobody's close, bro. Like,
I disagree, but
what you got, Coyia? What you got?
I think Cat Williams is funnier. Why everybody say he's do it? Did it freeze?
We talking pre getting beat up by the 12-year-old Cat Williams, or we talking about like?
All right, we talking about before Cat Williams. We talking about like he had that he had that show where he was talking about Shaquille O'Neal and all that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Like Pimp a Butterfly or something like that. That was hard.
Yeah, he's funny. I don't think he's playing today.
Not your faces all did that though. I was like, yeah, but the internet connection messed up.
Nah. Yeah.
Now, if we was talking all time, you know, you got your Richard Pryor, you got your Eddie Murphy, because Eddie Murphy.
Bernie Mac is the top of everybody though.
Good Lord.
Bernie Mac's hilarious.
He's a legend. I don't think he's funny.
I wouldn't put him over Dave. I wouldn't put him over Eddie Murphy all time. Sheesh.
Nah, Eddie Murphy's not funny.
What? You crazy, girl? You crazy?
Well, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 23.
See, there you go. It's different generation. Eddie Murphy's hilarious. Yeah, I can see why you would say that, because you looking at all these latest movies and all that. You probably like that shit ain't funny.
Not 2020 is 2015 Eddie. We mean prime Eddie.
Yeah.
He was selling out stadiums.
Red leather jacket.
The classic Eddie shit is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think Dave Chappelle is probably the GOAT at this.
Nah, he's definitely.
He touches on current subjects, you know what I'm saying? But he's deep with it. He still makes it funny, but he doesn't get anything, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't sweep anything under the rug. Like, he tackles it head on. A lot of these comedians don't even have the balls to talk about half the shit that's going on that's controversial, that, you know what I'm saying, pertains to us in general. So
no, you're right.
I feel like he took that from Carlin. I think he took that from Carlin. Like,
I can't that because he was doing it from day one. Not to say that he did it before Carlin, but he came in.
Yeah.
I think
I just think that's a general thing for some folks, right? Like, I don't know if
well, you know, George Carlin never sugarcoated anything. He didn't give a shit what the topic was. And I think Dave kind of saw that and just kind of ran with it. Because, I mean, you got to think, like, I mean, comedians take things from comedians all the time, but, like, Chappelle ain't never backed down from none of that. He don't care. He ain't scared. And that was the thing about Carlin, like, and he even said that they've had conversations. So I'm guessing he was like, you know, don't ever back down. Just always do you and be you. And you know, Dave's excelled by doing that. So you know, hopefully.
No, he's definitely a legend.
I'm pretty sure that R. Kelly was laughing in his Piss on You song. That's how funny Dave Chappelle is.
Man, when he said he met him, he was like, how you make a song about pissing on somebody? He was like, nigga, how you make a song about pissing? He dead on asking too.
Drip, drip, drip.
Chappelle was a realist for that.
I think Dave flexed his power right there by having them telling everybody not to watch that shit. And they took it down. They took it down off Netflix. They took it down off HBO Max. and he flexed his power. He said, "Don't watch that shit." And then he read up and got it back, got paid. Now it's back up. I don't know who else could have did that.
That's something all blacks, these athletes, entertainers, rappers, singers, everybody need to pay attention to that move.
Exactly.
Facts. Big facts. I think the only other person who would maybe able to get away with that is LeBron. LeBron's done a couple things. He's like, nah, we ain't doing that. League's like, we ain't doing that. LeBron said we ain't doing it.
LeBron could do that. Hov could do that.
Yep.
Big don't facts. Back down. Don't. And I ain't knocking because I'm a Kevin Hart fan, but don't title a show Zero Fucks Given and then apologize every 2 days.
Yeah.
Every 2 days about something.
Right.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's comedy though, man. That's the whole thing. Like comedy's supposed to be over the top. Like, and they're not being offensive with like they're literally, I don't know, man.
But Kevin Hart was a little weird though. He was talking about his daughter.
I mean, that's not the weird.
That was funny though.
It was funny, I agree, but it was weird. It was some weird shit to say.
I mean, that was the same thing with Bernie Mac on the Kings of Comedy though, when he was talking about him downstairs. Like that whole his whole thing was just, you know,
different era, man. You could get away with that then. You can't get away with that shit now, man.
I mean, it was blatant in movies and everything. So now we can't. They can't do shit like that because everybody's gonna be outraged. You know, cancel culture, boycott, don't support. Like,
yeah, everything's ultra sensitive, extra sensitive these days.
It is.
And don't be doing the damn thing. They cancel something and be back to it a week later. You know.
Yeah, they do.
That type.
Yeah.
Speaking of cancel, do you think that's the reason why Machine Gun Kelly went and decided to do rock music instead of rap? Do you think he just wasn't getting the recognition and love that he deserved? Because it really seemed like after that whole him calling out Eminem, she just went downhill from him. And now he's doing rock and he's doing really, really well. So
Amoré, you said that M is a big part. That's his fan base.
No, yeah, that's a big portion of it because Machine Gun Kelly already said M was his idol, right? So like a lot of his fan base are diehard M fans, and they were deliriously heated like when he came at M, like how dare you come at the God, you know what I'm saying? And when M dissed him back, like they always like we rocking with M, even if Kelly might have had the better diss.
Right.
They
right. Yeah.
Our guy, we not fucking with you by default.
No, that's real. Dude, who? I mean, this is kind of a switchy topic, my bad. But who do y'all think this was better? Did y'all hear it? I know it was way long. Was MGK's actually better though?
Yeah, it was definitely.
I thought it was.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this ain't like early 2000, late 99 M. Like he ain't as I don't know, man. He a little bit more played than.
I mean, to say something controversial, who did Eminem ever really battle that was like a dope rapper or something?
Battle Moby, bro.
Moby, pop, alternative.
We battle Moby. Who else did he go after? Fred Durst. We go down the list.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon, like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I didn't hear the diss, but yeah, I was definitely wondering that. But I did notice that was like the last rap song he actually put out, and then after that, it was like rock. But I like rock though.
What happened is he dropped an album after that, and it flopped because like all his fan base that was usually fans, they didn't rock with it, and so he was project. Yeah, he's like, if nobody ain't gonna support it, fuck it, I'll do something.
Wait, was he still signed to
I was about to say
Amoré, you know if he was still signed to Bad Boy?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he's still in
Diddy was like, hey man, you gotta get off the label. Take that. Do you do the shake on it, bro? He took the Harlem Shake off the label, bro.
Bro. But his video Bloody Valentines had 65 million views.
Yes, because it got Megan Fox in it. Like,
I mean, I won't cap. The song's not a bad rock song though. If you look,
it's a dope rock song. It's hard.
Yeah, and he's definitely not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I think his image and everything just goes better with rock.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, I think that's definitely his genre. That's what he needs to pursue, and he's, definitely gonna find it.
Yeah, MGK ain't a bad artist in general.
Nah, he ain't.
Nah, he's definitely talented.
I ain't like when he called himself Kels early on either, though.
Well, he figured since one was getting ready to be retired, bro, he might as well just take a stab at it, bro, I guess.
Nah.
And he's acting too, so you know what I'm saying? He's a decent actor and everything. So shout out to MG.
Let him do his thing, man.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, I used to get him a Yellow Wolf.
He never overstood his line either. Like, he's kind of always played that little in the pocket role that he's had. So, you know, shout out to him.
I appreciate him not trying to be black while he was rapping.
Either. Exactly. I agree.
White dude rap.
Go, dog.
Yeah.
I like how you said regular. I mean, he look like somebody that just be in the neighborhood. He just started to slide.
I rap. He on the bike on Preston Highway.
Nah, for real.
Hey, she's not lying either. Yep.
For real.
I see Machine Gun Kelly. Hey, bro, he's at the corner store 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
But Judas and the Black Messiah came out
Friday.
Was it Friday?
Yeah,
it was Friday.
It was on the 12th.
Yeah, on the 12th. It's the film, of course, centered around Fred Hampton and the Black Panther Party, but it's deeper than just centered around Fred Hampton. It has to do more so with the infiltration that was going on in the Black Panther Party that actually led to his death, which is really dope. Do you think it's a potential movie of the year? And if you've seen it, you know, what do you think about it?
I think it's a potential movie of the year, but I also feel like, I mean, it's a black film, so it's very easy to snub us. You know what I mean? They'll just ignore it.
Right.
Yeah, I think I haven't watched it, but like the actors in it, they're all like my favorite actors since like Black Panthers. So like I think whatever they in is typically like a good movie.
Y'all hear like the after effects that they had on Stanfield? Like, dude, like mental really affected his mental, and like he was on a podcast, and dude just like he asked him if he was all right. Then it just turned into a complete episode of this dude having kind of a breakdown of what was going on because of that role, which is wild.
He locked in.
Yeah, and plus he's a dog. I mean, like that dude's crazy actor, like crazy versatile actor, man.
Yeah, he look different anyway.
I mean, I can understand how that could be hard to portray someone like William O'Neill, and it actually, you know, make you feel some type of way because for one, you know, he's a black man, but he's forced to go against his people in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely, I can tell how it's triggering for him. And I mean, there was times in the movie to where you could I really felt like he was a rat. Like just looking at him, like it's a really good movie, but low-key pissed me off. And I kind of enjoyed the fact that it didn't play on so much as racism, but more so, you know, just the government against Black people. You know what I'm saying? Just about how, like, I mean, it's fucked up. It was
a dope movie. It definitely was racism, though. I mean, that's the whole thing. They didn't want Black people. A Black Messiah even said it in the movie, so it was big on the racism. But I thought it was a dope movie. Like Amoré said, definitely they will probably try to snub it, just ignore it. We'll love it. It probably won't get the accolades that it deserves. But dope movie, dope performances. It made me respect your guy. Who played Fred Hampton? I forget his name.
The dude from Get Out.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. That dude's a monster.
Dope portrayal of Fred Hampton.
Wait, hold on. That means you didn't like him in Get Out, though?
Nah, this is different. That's another level, man.
I know, but like that dude's acting. I reason why because I just visited.
It's two different movies. That's a different level of acting he did there in this. So he was dope.
Man, I forgot the dude was British completely. Like
I
you know
did
what I'm saying?
too, man.
Yeah, he is.
I did too.
So let me ask y'all this though. So what do y'all think about that? Because a lot of people had something to say about the Harriet Tubman movie, like the fact that they having like British actors play these roles that is like really for African American Black people, like our own struggle.
I mean, they Black, so my whole thing is if they Black,
like,
it don't matter.
I heard that the other day, and I'm like, he's Black though. He's just not from here. He's from the UK, but he's a Black man still.
And I think they got their own form of racism.
Racism over there, so
we on that British actors can't portray. We gotta chill acting like British actors can't portray Black people because we portray Africans all the time. Like we portray people all over, dog.
Bruh, there's a whole Roots movie. That ain't none of them African. It's LeVar Burton, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of different, though. I think it's kind of different because, like, our ancestry is African. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, by that definition, we're the same as the British people, so we shouldn't have any difference with them playing our roles too. We're all the same people at the core.
And like they about the life. They about the same rights and stuff like that. And now that they've made that transition into American film, bro, they dealing with the same shit that we would be dealing with. So it's the same thing.
Coyia, I mean, it's saying.
I agree but disagree. I think Black people, we have a thing where we want to categorize our whole entire thing where it's different. Now I'm gonna be 100 with you though. Like I don't know the I'm sure like you know in Britain they had slavery too. I know they did for a fact, but I do think like I don't know like I don't think we should categorize everybody just because everybody's Black. I think it's differences.
I think that's a slippery slope. I mean, we're getting to a place now where they're like, well, that lady didn't have short hair in real life. She shouldn't play a lady with short hair. Like
she light skinned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's getting crazy, man. I mean.
In order for us to move forward, we all gonna have to come together. It ain't even like it ain't gonna be about no Blacks versus Africans. Like we literally need as many people as possible to move forward. Like we don't have a choice.
But I see
like, we worry about all that when we can get to a situation where we can do something about it. But while we in this current situation right now, like we need numbers, and we need numbers to help this movement. So I mean, we just.
I agree. Y'all right.
I don't agree, but it's like
we try to disagree. We just
more to Amoré's point. Like they, in general, they getting ridiculous with this. Like it's gonna get ridiculous to the point where they got somebody that's playing having a terrible illness or cancer, and they're gonna say, "Well, why didn't you get somebody that has cancer playing the role?" It's like, come on, you idiots! This is acting.
The first thing that I'm gonna look at them and say, I'm gonna be like, Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman was a superhero with cancer.
I mean, they already got on a lady's case because they had her playing a blind person, and they was like, "Well, why you got this lady playing a blind person? Why don't you get a blind actor?" And it's like, come on, guys, it's like, fucking acting.
Yeah.
Because if I need to change the script,
I agree with y'all though.
Right, like if you're a good actor, you're going to believe the role that they're playing, whether they can relate to it or not. Like that's so
right. Right. But that's the whole thing about being an actor. Like you're supposed to be able to act. Next thing they're gonna be like, man, you can't be doing Shakespeare because you weren't born from Shakespearean time. Like it's the dumbest argument ever. Like it doesn't make sense.
I feel you. I feel you.
I mean, it's me personally. I do think that Judas and the Black Messiah. I think it'll win probably an Oscar. I think it will.
It won't win, but it get nominated. They always get one. We get one.
Who y'all think will? No, Lakeith Stanfield or Daniel Kaluuya?
Lakeith. I think he'll win before.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking.
Yeah, before they.
But see, who's considered the supporting actor in that? Because they made it seem like it was more about Judas, which is Lakeith's role. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So is Daniel / Fred Hampton considered the supporting actor in that film?
Maybe.
It could be starring both of them.
Yeah, maybe it could be a truly dual thing here. I see what you're saying though.
Yeah,
like I heard some people, I forget who it was, that somebody didn't want to do the soundtrack because they thought the movie was weak as far as pushing Fred Hampton's points. But I'm like, it wasn't a Fred Hampton biopic.
Right.
It wasn't you know what I mean? So it wasn't a Malcolm X type movie about Fred Hampton. Really about two or three people. It was really about Fred Hampton and O'Neal.
Yeah.
Right.
My whole thing is, how's Rakim gonna say yes, and then you gonna be like, well, the movie ain't hard enough.
I forget who it was that did that.
I think too, like, it's important to remember, like, when Fred Hampton died, he was only 21 because Lakeith and Daniel are a lot older than them. But them dudes really young. Like, Fred Hampton was 21 when they ran in his crib and shot him down.
Yeah.
And when he got hemmed up by the FBI, he was 19 when they first got him. And
that's wild.
He was 9 years old.
And he created such a following at that age. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people looked up to
But you know why? Because they was about their community. That was the whole thing. Like, they was legitly about their community. They were heroes in their own rights in their community because they took care of their community. You know,
that just says more about people during that time. You know what I'm saying? This man was a teenager doing that. How many teenagers you know now today that are out here, you know what I'm saying, like that, trying to gather the community and everything, even before all the protests and everything? Like,
it's probably some. We just don't.
It's actually a lot of teenagers involved.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a lot of people involved.
I think one of the leaders made a good point. I saw it on social media. One of the protest leaders, she was just saying to the point, like, y'all are amazed that Fred Hampton was 21, but it's a lot of 19, 20, and 21-year-olds down here trying to lead now, but y'all won't get out the way. You know what I'm saying?
That mentality of, I'm older, I got, more experience and I know more, but that doesn't make you a better leader. And just because you're older doesn't mean that you're more intelligent, or definitely don't make you a better leader.
And about being like 21, 22, man, you're a lot more fearless too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a lot more ready to set it off. So,
but it's also good that, you know what I'm saying, people that age, they care.
That's true.
We don't have a lot of that anymore. The younger generation actually cares about shit that's going on. I mean, you can tell that by all these kids killing kids. So, I mean, everybody can take a little lesson from Fred Hampton. But what y'all think about the soundtrack, though?
Flames. That soundtrack is amazing.
I agree. That's a banger. That whole soundtrack is a banger. Well, except for maybe a couple songs, man.
You didn't really hear none of the tracks actually in the movie, though.
That's good to me, because sometimes when you put like 2020 music in like a slavery movie or like something from the 60s and 70s, it can kind of throw off the feel.
Right.
I feel you. I think it was dope too.
Yeah, what I heard is dope too.
Like, you watching this movie and then a trap beat come in, it's like, all right, bro.
That G Herbo track when it came on, bro, while they was doing something seriously, I would just walk straight out the theater, bro. I don't like G Herbo, bro. That's the only song that I really didn't want to feel in his solo song. But I mean, the mixture was great, man. They had like established hip hop cats, some newer cats. They had trap rap. Like, I mean, the mixture of artists was fantastic, man. You don't get that a lot these days.
Yeah, that Jay-Z and Nipsey, they said that Nipsey's verse on that track was 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
I could tell, because he was his flow was really complex. And if you listen to Nip, or you a fan of Nip, you know he kind of simplified his flow.
Yeah.
His bag, kind of like Ross did. Ross used to rap a bunch of different styles, but now Ross kind of give you that same flow, even though it's that same flow as Heat. So Nipsey simplified his bag. So the fact that he was snapping all over the place, I was like, yeah, it sound like young Nip.
Right.
Hey, it worked though. Like it was seamless. That, like, it was crazy that even if it was 8 years old, that it was so seamless. And Jay being 50 plus, bro, he's still just, I mean, like, you can't say nothing. Dude's out here.
Yeah, you don't lose the talent.
Right. He's still waxing 95% of the dudes on the scene. 98.
I mean, it's Jay-Z, so
yeah.
Like, do you expect anything less from this man at this point?
No. Y'all have any favorites on the soundtrack? Y'all have any standouts?
Probably that and the Nas.
I'm gonna be honest, I ain't listened to all of it. But
the Nas was dope. Yeah, I like the
But
Nas.
Nas was dope though.
I like that Black Thought joint too, though.
Yeah, that one was cold too. I like the
cool.
one. I like the Sir record. The Sir record was real dope. There was a Masingo, JID, and Rhapsody record that was dope, and a Saba and Smino record that was real nice too.
It's definitely a dope soundtrack.
Artist for this
Oh,
soundtrack.
Can I pose a question that was posed on the internet to you all? And this was I actually thought about this after somebody said it. They was talking about the soundtrack, and it was black folk, and they was like, well, I feel like that. Do you feel that the music would actually represent, you know, Fred Hampton and the Black Panther if they were still around today? I was like, well, what you got, bro?
That's one of those, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda, what if? Like, man, you never really know, though, man. You never.
But see, I don't think, bro, I think it would have, because rap is truly, like, currently the voice of the people. Like, and like, you know, that if it was gonna be the revolution, it definitely is gonna be rap music, because rap music is gonna be the first one to talk about it. That's how I felt about the whole situation, because it's always, you know, it's always the music of the time. So back when Marvin was doing like you know, What's Going On and stuff like that, and Donny Hathaway was doing Definition of a Man, it was the music of that time, so they was using it to push forward. So I think rap would be it. I mean, it's the whole culture, hip hop. I'm sorry, hip hop.
Definitely it, but it's just a matter of like subject matter and stuff like that. But I feel like it's a butterfly effect, because if they didn't take Fred Hampton and so many of our black leaders, we don't know what hip hop would have already evolved into by now. You know what I mean?
Big facts, right? I ain't even looking at that one. I like it.
But this still is, it's still odd to me. But I support Issa Rae. I think she's great at what she does. But how do you all feel about her co-executive producing a show with the City Girls?
I'm for it.
High school friends coming together to form a rap group.
Shout out to them, you know, because they doing their thing. But I swear, if I hear one of them girls singing that show, I would cut it straight off.
Bro, you know they gonna sing on this show, and it's cool.
But I feel like they're not going to write their raps. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm hoping, I know this, City Girls, this is not my style of music. Hey, but Chelsea, I really hope that they're not in high school rapping like themselves.
You're gonna be disappointed, because they definitely gonna sound like City Girls. That's
the whole point, probably. They're gonna give you all that.
Yeah, they're gonna.
The rapping, I don't mind. It's just when they start singing, it's the rapping.
Unless it's a comedy. If it's a comedy, it'd be funny. You know, I could tell how, you know, how their styles, if, you know, they rapped in like, and it was comedic as far as the bars that they was talking about. But I don't know. I think it would be weird to actually see them fully clothed and not talk about.
It might not be.
Like they're playing.
What network is this?
Are they playing high schoolers? Like
HBO.
Are they in it,
it's HBO.
No, they're not gonna be fully clothed.
They are playing girls from high school that haven't seen each other in years, and then they reconnect with each other and form a rap group.
Oh, so it's Romeo.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. Issa Rae did. I'm here for it.
Yes, I watch this because Issa Rae, but
I like seeing them like switch from switching different lanes. You know, being versatile with they stuff. You know, I think it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna watch it.
Well, you know, there's probably gonna be some dope cameos in there. So a whole Rhapsody or someone shows up and is like a teacher.
And you know, with it being on HBO, it'll be straight.
Hey, who told Issa Rae to cancel Insecure though? Like, we didn't ask for that. We didn't.
But I thought she personally said that it just kind of, she was like, it's there to where it needs to be, and she wanted to do other stuff. That was all.
Yeah, same
she said it takes up too much of her time.
She might do a spinoff though in the future. You never know.
Yeah.
I think we'll see depending on how the last season ends. You know,
5 seasons.
This will be like a little cliffhanger where we're like, ooh, okay, she gonna come out with some new shit. It's Issa Rae, you never know.
She just ready to star in some movies. That's what it is. Get that.
Man, she in her bag. She know what's up, bro. She ain't stupid. Because you know, the thing is like, I mean, it's cool and all, but think about how much time, like take a show like Friends that was on for what, like 10 years or something like that. You know how much more money, well, not now, because obviously they get stupid royalties because it's on everything, but like they missed out a lot of movie opportunities and stuff by them being locked into that show and doing what, 30, 40 episodes a season. So I get it. Huh?
You say Friends?
Yeah.
Man, they are so rich. Forget them movies.
Oh, I know. They are. You're right.
But Jennifer Aniston,
but at the time,
still booking gigs. She was still doing movies while she was on Friends. That didn't stop her.
They were getting
everybody else because they may have not been the big talent. But
they were getting like $2 million an episode. They didn't miss no money, dog. They didn't miss no check.
That's crazy.
I mean, and that what's crazy is that money ain't nothing compared to this. What they doing now to where it's on every TV, where they show it basically on
ABC. Yep.
Syndication, yeah, a syndication check different.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. So just because it's Issa Rae, anything Issa Rae, I'm on board with.
Yeah. Same.
But speaking of Issa Rae, Donald Glover said he was going to, or he is to star in a TV adaptation of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Me personally, Mr. and Mrs. Smith was one of my favorite movies when it first came out.
I like that.
It's because I like that, that dynamic. Like it was just dope to me, especially to see, like a female assassin and
You know what's weird? What's weird about me is Daniel Glover is starring in this with this white lady. I don't really know her name. She doesn't seem to be that famous.
Smith is white.
Yeah.
Now you kind of because I was literally thinking that in my head.
I was thinking, okay, it's a black Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, that's right. Be hard.
It's a white lady, and it's like, yo.
Oh, it's not gonna be black.
Let me look up the white lady first, please.
Look them up. Look at this little white lady. She's not even an attractive white lady. No offense, but I'm just saying, like.
Nah, big facts.
Is that
doing
the show with?
Yeah, Jacqueline doing the show with. I don't know her name. I never saw her name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Phoebe. No.
Yeah, who is she?
Let me see.
She's, in the there's a show, I think it won an Academy, I don't know, whatever.
Some shit that we just don't watch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, I mean, I've seen the show. It was called Fleabag, but she's I don't see her doing
mediocre. She's attractive, like
yeah.
No.
And, are they really gonna be? If people really gonna want to see this black man trying to kill this white woman, you know what I'm saying? Are they
trying to
yes.
And it's gonna
be TV
like, it's just,
I don't know.
It's a change. I'll take it. After watching Get Out, it's a change. I'll take it. And that's probably how they shopped it to him too. They was like, hey, you want to kill a white woman? He was like, well, shit, I'll sign up. Like, he's like, this ain't my. He's like,
Paula Patton.
I'm gonna watch it though.
I can give it a shot, but just like Issa Rae, we didn't ask for this, Donald. We still want Atlanta. Actually, Atlanta's still coming back. Like,
I think he's already done with Atlanta, though. I think they just sitting on Atlanta until,
Now he's got 2 more seasons. He said it'll be back this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he already finished this season, and they just kind of sitting on it right now.
Yeah, it
don't take them long for Atlanta.
No, I love Atlanta. Atlanta, that was hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard. I don't know. I kind of don't like the white woman thing, but I mean, I'm gonna watch it. and he could have picked somebody else.
But he didn't. I'm guessing it adds a new dynamic, though. That's what I'm thinking. This adds a whole completely different dynamic with him being, black and her being white.
Is he married? Is Donald Glover married?
Yeah,
he's married.
So he could leave his wife for this white woman, just like Brad Pitt.
Nah, bro, his wife Asian though.
Angelina Jolie and the Mr.
Bro said Angela E. Nah, his wife she Asian.
Well, still, my question is still the same.
Nah, because that's literally what happened.
Yeah.
If you Google this woman, then the answer will be.
It ain't. Nah, bro.
It ain't happening.
Like, I wish I could share my. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way I could just.
I feel like I'm gonna meet this lady in the future. Hey, I'm not shitting on you. I promise. Just saying, like,
you are. Though.
She might be. She's probably a hell of a dope actress, but like, bro, Mrs. Smith was Angelina Jolie. Like, how you doing? It's just,
man.
Hey, bro, I'm just whatever, man. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I feel like what Amoré said. I'm gonna chill before I meet this woman in real time, bro. So I remember you was on that podcast talking extra trifling about me.
Fucking be like, ma'am, I mean, do you really think, Angelina Jolie? You. Like, come on.
She's British too. She's like British or something. But I don't want to talk about it. Like who's directing it, who's producing it, who was like, oh, we want Donald Glover and her.
I could tell you why. They probably chose Donald Glover based off of him being in Solo. He was great in Solo. Like the young Lando Calrissian, he was one of the best things about the movie. And I would hope to see him in that part again, but I don't think it's happening.
You know, the big thing is interracial couples for commercials, TV shows, and movies, because they're trying to reach a biggest demographic as possible. So we're like, we'll get a friendly black guy, and then we'll get a white actress, and we'll capture both fan bases.
But a white actress that no one knows of. Like it could be someone that people's like, oh, okay. Because
they pay for Danny Glover and they ain't got to pay her. Like you buy one star and then you just kind of, fake the rest. Not fake it, but you just get lower stars because you don't spend as much money. They know what they're doing.
I feel like we're discounting the fact that white people are really just going to tune in because they see a white woman's face, and I think they are.
Oh, there's that. Well, they still love him too. They still love Donald Glover because they keep thinking about Community, and everything that he did, Childish Gambino. Mm-hmm. But
like we gonna tune in just because he's in it, so it works. Like
it does. Works.
But if it's crap, then it's crap. So
we out.
We out.
Well, that goes for anybody. That goes for the same thing with Issa Rae. If it's bad, bro, I
hope that's not a flop for Issa Rae.
Nah, those trash people gonna cap for it for a while because she's very likable, man. They're not just gonna be like those trash, bro.
No, they're not.
I would, but like you said, you're right. Most people are not.
I wouldn't, because I like Issa. I'm a cap for.
I ain't gonna cap because my thing is like, I appreciate it being black, but like you still gotta step your game up. Like you still gotta be just as good as everybody else.
I agree.
It can be.
Let me say this while we on here, because this is a point I always want to make. We gotta make room for black people to have the space to make mediocre art, bro. Because white people been making some mediocre movies and some mediocre TV
for the longest time.
For a million years. And our shit gotta be here or it's trash. And
that ain't necessarily true.
It is.
Tyler Perry been doing that for years.
You know what I'm saying?
Tyler Perry been putting out mediocre shit for years.
No, Tyler Perry put out some good shit and he put out some trash. But what I'm saying, there's space in the middle of that too, bro. We act like if it's not.
No. I'm not discrediting that at all.
Black Messiah, that is garbage. And I'm just saying there's space for us to have all sorts of art in between there, bro.
Mm.
Because as much as
Tyler Perry can keep using the wigs in his films that he uses.
And wigs,
bro. You got $1 billion studio, you got them $5 around the corner wigs.
See, I usually have something on deck for comments like these, but I don't.
They used to do, it's funny that y'all talk about that. They used to do Cicely Tyson, rest in peace, dirty in them Tyler Perry movies with them wigs. They were awful.
Like Cicely Tyson or Shamar Moore, because I think he's probably the worst Tyler Perry wig of all time, dog. With them braids, man. He had the Velcro joints, you could just snap them on and like.
Oh my God. Oh, I got nothing, dog. I got nothing.
So we could, every time the rumors and gossip came on, or I had like a feather boa, so I could be like, okay.
You got some rumors for us, Chelsea?
Uh-oh.
Okay. First rumor, did Rihanna hint at a new R9 album with her recent Instagram story? Have you all seen it?
No, I haven't.
But I don't need to see it because it's cap.
It literally, she had like a Diplo filter on. Of course, she had her body out a little bit, so we knew it was Rihanna. And then she just had R9 in quotes or something like, what the people want R9 or something like that.
Cap.
Oh.
It's cap.
It's
cap. Like,
she's focused on her makeup line.
I didn't see.
That's probably what it is. She gonna bring something out or call. because Fenty or whatever, they're not doing the production.
Well, she just lost a little bag, right? Because
yeah,
they had
like whoever produced Fenty. For one, I didn't even know Fenty was already. I forgot because I know her last name is Fenty. Her name is Robin Fenty. But there was I guess a brand in Paris or something called Fenty that had been doing since like the 80s or whatever, and that's who helped her produce like her lingerie, and they said they weren't going to do it anymore. So maybe she's saying that she's gonna
her designer brand, Chelsea. That's not her lingerie. She also has a designer brand in the same place where they make like Gucci and Versace and shit. She was gonna have a line on that level too, and they halted. They halted production on. She's actually the first Black woman to ever have a top designer fashion line being developed in the same house as those fashion brands. But due to COVID,
okay, so that's what it was. The house that was being because they said something like Fenty has been around since like the 80s or whatever. But I think they meant where she was actually having her she was having it produced at. Okay, that makes more sense because I was like, what? Okay, well. I mean, maybe that's what R9 hints to.
We came this, we never had it. Like, never saw it in the stores or nothing. So
that part. Good. If babies didn't carry it, I didn't see it. So, but she's capping, man. It out, man. She ain't worry about this album. She don't even need to make this album. She's already submitted herself who she is. She ain't got to do nothing. She can just sit back and chill, drop you a song once every 2 years, and be good. I mean, I
want Rihanna back though.
I'm a big Rihanna. Just drop one album. She could drop one album every 5 years and we would be satisfied.
That's all we need.
I'm gonna tell you what R9 is. It's her greatest hits. Y'all gonna be waiting for something that's gonna be a greatest hit.
She ain't gonna do us like that.
That'll be people be salty worldwide, dog, if she pull
They still buy it though. All she gotta do is throw some new verses on there. They still buy it. Throw a couple new songs.
Days coming up, so that's why the rumor, is making a lot of sense to people. They think she's gonna drop it on her birthday.
On her birthday?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. I'd welcome it. I like some new Rihanna music, but
I don't know, man. I kind of like activist Rihanna when she's calling out Daniel Cameron, how about what up, nigga? Like,
all the things that Rihanna has been doing. She can drop a song here and there.
She can a single.
That's all she needs is just a single. Just everybody, just something that we can all play during the summer.
That's all.
While we living our best lives.
And that's it. That's it.
Treat us during the pandemic, Rihanna. We need it. Shit.
Yeah.
If we get anything out of this pandemic, hopefully it's a Rihanna single.
And just to see, it could be a snippet. It could be a minute long.
Right. But they most songs are like that now. I'll just loop it over to 5 minutes and I will.
That's right. That's all I need is just a minute Rihanna song.
Yeah.
Hey, this just perfectly illustrates how much people miss you and how much your impact grows when you actually take a step away from the game, dog.
Right.
That's real.
Like, look at Lauryn Hill, man. Like, and I'm not knocking Lauryn because I love the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I think it's one of the dopest R&B albums of all time. But like, she ain't really dropped nothing since then, but we still hold her way up here for this one body of work. But who's to say if dropping bodies of work that would have been anywhere near as good as that? They could have been super mediocre.
That's true.
I still give her the Fugees album anyway, because, that was actually, it was like the 30th anniversary. No, I think the 30th, like 25th anniversary of the Fugees album, like a couple days ago. Because we didn't listen to that album for the other two. So
I give Clef more credit for Fugees projects than anybody. He illustrated them joints from top to bottom, produced.
With the production and stuff, I give it that.
Yeah, you gotta give it Clef.
Her rhymes and stuff. So I give her those two bodies of work by themselves. But then she crazy, bro. Like crazy. Not like.
I mean, D'Angelo the same way. D'Angelo gave us a couple and kind of dipped on us, and we was like, yo, he's the god.
That's another thing. Did you hear about he's having his own verses or something? It's like D'Angelo versus something.
Yeah. By himself.
Going with that. They said it's D'Angelo, and they might announce somebody else, but he's performing them. So I'm like, is it D'Angelo?
It's something versus the Friends. Like, who's the Friends? Was it everybody that's...
Hold on, wasn't that the people who did his last album?
So this was actually on Versus?
On his last album?
Yeah, it's on Versus. It's on Versus,
And it's coming out?
Yeah, they just announced. days ago. D'Angelo versus Friends or something. They haven't explained what's going on, bro, but it sounds like nonsense. They said it could be D'Angelo versus Raphael Sadiq, and which is interesting. I feel like Tony got it.
It says live from the.
I got way more hits and catalog of work than D'Angelo, though.
Oh, it's live. It says live from the Apollo Theater.
Yeah.
Who do you think is pulling up to take on the King? Who do you think is pulling up to take on the King on February 27th? One who said D'Angelo was the king, but okay. It's sure to be a legendary night. D'Angelo plus Friends. Tune in on Saturday, February 27th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, live on HDM versus TV. Drinks by straw.
I don't want to see it, dog.
Right. Hold on, who'd you say what?
I said if it ain't Lauren, I don't want to see it. Like, because people like Raphael Sadiq and them, they were way more commercial. Like Agnes said, they got way too many hits. If it's a hits thing,
I think it would be like Maxwell or something.
Showing up.
Maxwell, yeah.
I don't even think he can go against Maxwell.
No, that's why I said Raheem Devon. That's the only person I can think of.
Raheem Devon get laughed off stage against D'Angelo. That ain't. I'm just saying. D'Angelo. Crazy.
Yeah, that ain't a knock against Raheem Devon. It's just like, nah, but he's right.
I mean,
no, you'll be surprised.
His whole first album almost was played on the black radio. Like, literally, almost everything but like 2 or 3 tracks off that first album.
Who?
D'Angelo's first album, that Brown Sugar album. Like,
that's a straight through for me.
Right, and like all of them are almost released as singles.
I just want to know, is he gonna do it naked?
If he's versing by himself, man, I don't know. I feel more. I don't know if I this man verse himself.
You say is he gonna have it?
Is he gonna perform how he performed?
How does it feel?
Yeah.
You better not be naked.
Absolutely.
For that shit.
He was depressed at Chelsea. You didn't hear about that?
I remember vaguely now that you mentioned it.
He was depressed. He said women were viewing him as a sexual object.
I remember that.
Didn't know how to handle it. He got overweight and shit. Like, he got depressed. Like, he wasn't feeling it.
I remember when he gets overweight. They really did. I mean, shit happens. I would have.
What?
Anyways.
Hey, look at Ver.
Got a couple extra women calling you for some dick, and then all of a sudden you're depressed. Come on, dog. Aw, man. Like, shout out to him though, man. Whatever. He ended up making what did he make after that? That third album was the
what is that? The Vanguard. That shit is phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, whatever pain that this man got to keep taking to make these albums, bro. Whatever, man.
Hey,
I ain't tripping.
Heard his complaint was probably like, "Nigga, welcome to our world." Like,
right?
And you, bro, nigga. So what? Like, sure, they didn't care.
Wasn't he married at the time? So it didn't matter anyway.
He wasn't married. That's when he was like dating Angie Stone or some shit like that.
Well, he married to her now, right?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that he's not married to anybody.
Well, we'll see who shows up on the verses. Will I watch it? Probably.
I feel like it's they don't want to announce it because she might not show up.
Or show up like
just a whole bunch of random people. Like,
yeah, show up 4 hours late. We waiting at 6 o'clock and shit. It's 9:30.
Yeah.
What time you say it's
D'Angelo verse like 4 people. What time? How does that work? This says
Chelsea. What time does it start?
8 hour time.
8 Eastern Standard?
Yep.
Nah, ain't no way it's Lauren, because you gotta give her like a 2-hour window at least, 2-hour minute.
Yeah.
I thought you said 6. I was like, yeah, because you say 6, you probably gonna stroke 30. Right. We're gonna get it. They
it's
said
6.
8.
That's probably why it says "and friends," because they're gonna have other people show up, and they know Lauren's gonna show up at 9 or 10, so they're gonna have 3 other people come in between 8 and 10.
Music Soul Child do his thing, get a couple acts on early.
Mike Jennings probably show up.
Till Lauren show up and shit around 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Bro, you keep pushing Lauren and you know she ain't gonna show up. She get there, production already shut down. I holler about, man, I was there, but everybody was gone. You know how she do, bro. I just hope whoever gets there don't have an attitude. I don't understand what this doing a versus battle and having an attitude the whole time. It's kind of.
I don't think they be having an attitude. I think they just be like nervous. Like Keisha Cole said she was nervous.
You're probably right.
Came off like she had attitude. She was really.
She had the perfect opportunity to do the duet with OT, man, and they fumbled that, dog.
She hates that song, bro. She hates that song.
Well, it's a classic too.
But this boxing match with Riff Raff and 6ix9ine.
What is this?
Okay, I'm gonna read you what Riff Raff said because I just happened to scroll and I saw it. And honestly, I'm here for it. Riff Raff called out 6ix9ine because of his whole confrontation with Meek Mill. And Riff Raff he might be for the people with this one. He said, "Hello, 6ix9ine. I see that you like to attempt to start fights with real artists that have police records where if they were to kick your ass in the parking lot, then they would go to jail and fuck their money up. So I, Del D'Antoni, which no felony record, would like to turn the tables and play your game with you as well. Would play your game with you as well as up the stakes. I challenge you 6ix9ine in the boxing ring for $1 million cash. We both put $1 million in a glass case at a pay-per-view event, and the winner takes all. I will be training starting today, and I suggest you do as well. I will give you 3 months of training. As well. See you in the ring, you little mosquito. Oh, and did you really think you could steal my rainbow braids and shark grills and then not have to eventually pay the Prada Piper? Good luck, 6ix9ine. You will be 69ing the announcer's table when I know you. I think you meant when I throw you through the ropes, my dear lad. Let's get it. There is no running now. This will happen." And he tagged like Floyd Mayweather and Say Cheese TV and a couple of other people. And there's actually a video of him boxing, like training. So
couple of things.
I was gonna say, Riff Raff is already a lot bigger than 6ix9ine. As
he been training for wrestling. He been training for wrestling. He said he was getting into wrestling.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it too.
But y'all could be here for it, but we know 6ix9ine ain't here for it. So like,
he ain't gonna do it because he know he could lose. He's not gonna do nothing that he knows he could take the L on.
Lose that man, bro. He's not even gonna attempt this shit.
Rat mentality.
Yeah, he just be behind the computer screen. He don't do nothing outside of that.
Yeah, because I mean, even when he ran up on Meek, he has like a first-person view. Like he was literally waiting like this. You know what I'm saying?
No. See, the thing about Meek, and he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Meek went to jail over a Willie, and went to jail for a long ass time for it. Like, so why would he get into a public altercation with an FBI informant and think that you ain't getting no time? Come on, bro. Meek was like, bro, you ain't messing up my bag. Like, he's like, I got 25 mil, like, get ready to come in the bank. I'm not, no, I'm good. I don't blame him. I wouldn't have did it either. He's a clown. 6ix9ine is a clown.
And even though if Meek did spit on him, that's still considered assault. So 6ix9ine really wanted to be petty. You know what I'm saying? He still could have.
Yeah, Meek's gonna say that's self-defense. He had to get him away from him.
Yeah.
So
right. But I don't know. They might say something because of COVID, but nah, like he's lame. He wear lace fronts. So
right. Like I don't lace beards too. Like it's just everything. Like I can't.
Yeah, he's a mess.
I don't understand what his purpose is. Like out of everything to be in life, this is what you chose to be.
Yeah, and it's like you still doing that, and you had a yell. You already snitched. You don't even have to be like it.
I feel like we should cover him in the future, man. Like it's the shit that dude want, man. We shouldn't like fuck out of here with 6ix9ine, bro.
I just want somebody knock him out. Like
that's why when I saw
for being a bigger man, though,
I was all for it. So I'm team Riff Raff.
Even though if Meek would have knocked him out and went to jail, I'd have been wearing a Free Meek Mill t-shirt today. Like it would have been.
Yeah.
And he's still on probation for that shit with the racist. She technically
that crazy judge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the record deal, bro, that shit was wild, dog.
He violated his probation for that, bro. He probably still had another 7 years on the shelf or some shit, man. He was like 17, 18, dog.
Yeah. Now, how in the hell you get 7 years for a Willie? Like,
that's wild.
Like, how? I don't even understand why.
Because they made him finish out his sentence, and what it was, he's still on probation from when he was like 19 years old, and he got a long sentence. So anything he does over the duration of that probation, you got to finish your jail sentence. That's how probation is set up, dog. Set up for you to go back anyway.
Work the system.
That's wild. I ain't know that.
Yep. I had 5 years on my head one time, but we're not gonna talk about that because this is a new day and I'm not that person.
I mean, Big Chill gonna speak on that online. We ain't speaking on that on the air, man.
She's out in the streets out here, boy. Leave her alone.
I wouldn't like that shit. I'm good now.
Big,
Wrong place,
big,
wrong time, wrong people.
big chills.
Hey,
But,
bro, she lives her raps. G, like real talk.
Y'all shush on
I'm
that.
not a rapper. Speaking of rappers, the Saha assassination attempt in Atlanta. Have you all heard about it? Do you think it's
Yeah.
it, or do you think
That's
it was
wild.
a case of mistaken identity?
At this point in Atlanta, I don't even know.
Who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read what he wrote because I mean it's crazy. For one, I was shocked when it says Saha the Prince because where has he been at?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I like Saha.
One of the best albums of 2017.
got his money right credit. So like even when we don't see him, he's writing and getting them checks.
Yeah, I love Saha. But he made the post yesterday because it said today's about, or on Valentine's Day, today's about love, but in my city, the city of Atlanta, there's no love anymore. And he showed a picture of his vehicle, which was totaled. A couple of nights ago, there was an attempt on my life. Somebody tried to gun me down on the highway, tried everything I could do to lose them, but they were adamant about taking me off this earth. They were shooting at me while I was driving, and even after my car flipped, hit a pole, and crashed into a tree, they came back and shot the car up some more, which is crazy because I'm surprised they didn't get him then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are immobile and everything. They could have easily just came up and shot you point blank.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't
they
know.
ain't really about their life.
Yeah. At this point, I don't know if it was a mistaken identity, a robbery, or associated with something that I did when I was younger, but I haven't been in the streets in over a decade. He continues, attempting to understand what ultimately led to the potentially fatal predicament. I just want to know why and if there is anything I can do to fix the issue. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and I have tremendous love for my city, but it's chaotic out here. I'm trying my best to keep a level head, but when you do not know who's after you, it's hard to wrap your mind around it and not be paranoid. I just want to let the people know who were trying to kill me that I'm not a bad person. I don't want revenge. I just want understanding and closure. He also implores leaders in the city to step up and arrange for a peace meeting, as there are too many lives being lost over music. So much love to every artist, label, hustler, and crew in my city. Please let's resolve our problems, man. We don't have to kill each other. Shake my head. Thanks again, Atlanta. I wrote this letter to y'all with tears in my eyes.
And it's crazy.
It is. But I think it's dope that he's changing the narrative on wanting to resolve whatever it is that is making someone want to harm him.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people, you know, are just taking revenge themselves nowadays. So,
or so we think, or at least to the front, you make it look like that way.
Yeah, I mean,
he might say that, but his homies might not feel the same way.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He probably has a whole, you know,
his homies might think
that's ready to do work.
He'll say that and then literally go murk the niggas himself. I mean, that was a beautiful alibi. Like, man, I got tears in my eyes right now, man. Let's clean this shit up, y'all.
He's not lying. Because I mean, like, they was really trying to get this man. Like, they tried to get him after the fact. Like, most dudes would have been like, all right, man, he good, he dead. They shot the car after. Nah, I mean, I don't know, bro. That's when it comes to time where that's when you turn into John Wick in this motherfucker. Like, it comes a time to where, you know, I'm gonna be cool, but I'm gonna catch y'all in the streets. Don't think I won't.
I mean, what's wild about that too is in Atlanta, it happens a lot where it's a case of mistaken identity. That's the same car, nigga. Like, it's got the two-tone paint job. It's got the tan roof with the white body. That's the same car. Shoot that motherfucker up. Not even the nigga they was looking for, dog.
Right.
So, you never know, man.
Well, I'm glad he all right. That's the main thing, you know. To survive something like that, that's wild in its own ordeal.
And, you know, thankfully he didn't have any passengers, or if he has kids, had his kids in the car or anything. It's getting wild out here. But I'm glad Saha's okay. okay, and hopefully, we can. Hopefully, he's not actually in fear for his life.
Yeah, pray for him.
Right.
Hey, they say move away from home, man. Like as a celeb, especially rappers, like the most dangerous place for any rapper to be is at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And Atlanta's been on some wild shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my brother lives in Atlanta. He said he went to a chicken joint one time. Just average chicken joint, and Sahai was up there. So I mean,
how many rappers we know they got killed in their hometown, wherever their hometown was, whether it's New York, Atlanta, Cali, Tennessee, like
Chicago.
Chicago. Especially.
And that's usually where it happens. Like when you look at the list.
But you back home and niggas resent your success, and you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You from the same hood we from type shit, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, man.
But that's all for the rumors and gossip. You know, we can just get right into it. What y'all vibing to on these cold February winter nights?
Black Messiah soundtrack.
That part.
Yeah. That's what I was listening to over the weekend.
I'm still bumping that D Smoke album because it was definitely super, super nice. And then
the last episode that wasn't, the one episode that was lost in translation, floating out in cyberspace, wherever it's at. I'm gonna shout out my homie again because I mentioned him and I told him, I said, hey, I'm gonna let the people know I've been listening to you. So once again, Marsh B, listening to his Industry Lunch Tray mixtape, and then he dropped the EP 245. It's about 4 songs. It's EP leading up to his mixtape 3 a.m., which I think is dope. So he's just getting back out on the scene. I've been listening to it. Some feel-good music for me because it's a different type of, it's not your ESTGs and your Jack Harlow's. It's a little bit more my speed because we all in the same boat.
Mm.
So yeah, I've just been listening to him, waiting for him to drop that 3 a.m. And the Black Messiah, of course. But as far as local, I haven't really, I need to get back up on it. I know, what's it called? Literally just got tagged in it. The group with Baron Lee and
The Motivation?
Yes. Yeah, the second one. When is that dropping?
Later this month, I think.
This month, because I got.
Oh, you mean the motive? The motive.
Oh, is that the motive? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Cam Dollars and all of them.
I thought that was like February 26th. It's 20 something.
Hold on.
And Virgil got the days and shit. He own it.
Mm-hmm.
I sound, me, I always try to keep up with who's releasing what.
Mm.
February 24th. Well, I got invited to the listening party on the 24th. So, yeah, I saw the little, I think I'll be looking forward to that when that drops. But yeah.
That should be
Anybody else? Just Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack is on with your fist up?
I had to, I revisited this J Electronica album and came to a realization about a couple things, but I'll talk about that later. Outside of that, I've been on this thing. There's a playlist on Spotify. It's samples and it's just like hip hop and rap. So it's just the song and the song that is sampled prior to it. And that's what I've been listening to lately, man. Because I've been seeing how some of these cats flip samples and it's wild.
Yeah,
definitely check out the playlist.
I listen to as a meteorologist because out here.
That snow is coming down.
Hey, at first I woke up because they're like, oh, we're gonna wake up to 6 inches. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna take my kids out and play. And then it was like a dusting and then ice rain.
Yeah, the snow is crazy.
And it's like there's already 4 inches. So
when UPS says cut it, then you need to cut it. Like you don't need to be going nowhere. Because you don't care.
No, I definitely don't need to be going nowhere. But some stuff I've been listening to Meg outside of myself. But I've been listening to Meg Thee Stallion, her new album, whatever she just released. Miley Cyrus, she got this dope song that I like. And locally, I've been working on a lot of different stuff with like different artists in Louisville. So like I've been looking at working with like a lot of different female rappers that I didn't even know of. This one girl named Decal, she's really dope. And yeah, so I just been working with a lot of female artists lately. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
Hey,
I didn't realize there was so many.
Lucky Day got a project out too for y'all that's up on Lucky Day, but I haven't listened to it yet.
I ain't either. I know what you're talking about. It's in my thing.
Yeah, I've been writing a lot of R&B lately, so like while I'm writing R&B, I don't want to listen to nothing. I don't want shit to seep into what I'm working on.
Yeah.
And he'll definitely, like, if anybody will seep into your work, he'll definitely, because his creativity is wild, man, and his composition.
Somebody was telling me about it. I think it's called A Table for Two. And I don't know because I haven't listened, but the way they were explaining it is like I think every song features a female artist.
Yeah, it does.
So that could be hot because he already makes good music, and I know he's gonna have some dope women on there.
Yeah, that's dope. That's clever. I love clever. You know.
Like it, dude. Shout out to Amoré for putting me on a Lucky Day. That was a hoop.
Move on to this question of the day, since y'all talking about R&B and love and women and.
Question of the day.
Yeah, question of the day. Do men deserve Valentine's Day gifts? For one, I just want everybody to know I didn't write this question today.
Man.
Thanks for Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the first one I definitely agree. I'm a gift giver, but my love language is also receiving gifts. So in the same sense, I like to give them as well. But why don't they deserve Valentine's Day gifts?
Because a lot of women think they can just take the drawers off and that'd be it, and that ain't it. Like, I mean, you get that. How you gonna expect me to give you a cruise and then you like, here, let me take these drawers off? Hell no.
I mean,
I'm returning all that shit. I'd be the returning all of it.
Through like social media, like specifically Instagram, that is all I saw was what men were giving women. I really didn't see anything that the women gave the men.
Yeah, I know. No, that's real. I think men should definitely be giving gifts, but like I'm just thinking of myself, and I've definitely given gifts to men, but I'm even thinking like with my parents. Like I don't never give like my stepdad a Valentine's Day gift, but I give it to my mom. You know what I'm saying? So.
But when did Valentine's become second Christmas though? Like, I mean, I was seeing people spending bags, and I'm like, y'all tripping. Like it's a normal. I mean. For one, the whole holiday, a holiday that is about love is actually about a crazy ass massacre, which is the complete opposite. But I'm like, y'all doing
I heard that. And then I heard someone else say something that had to do with like pedophilia. But I haven't heard that story.
I know that.
Massacre and stuff. I definitely know what you're talking about.
But it is like a second Christmas though, you're right.
And that's crazy. Like it's a holiday that they made so you can spend more money.
Most people just trying to get their shit off for social media, just like with anything else. So,
big fact.
Well, for anybody out there, I've never really had a Valentine's Day. So if you want to give me Clarence Valentine's Day gifts, I will accept them.
So, big chills. You just opened the DMs back up.
Last week, she gonna have all type of.
You just opened it back up now.
Right here, she's on natural. You can DM me or whatever, and
hey, you heard it, people.
Send me all this.
She is all natural.
I like plants. I like flowers.
You heard? Hey.
She gonna get all that stuff with the dick pics, bro. We just talked about you.
I don't get dick pics. That's weird. I don't know what I be doing to not receive them, but don't send me those.
You just welcomed them. You just said that. You gonna get them down.
I said
yes. Be like I got flowers, so dudes gonna have
they gonna think that's the gift
right
though.
next to it, bro.
Yes,
like,
there you go.
I mean, if you want to send me a picture with my gift in it and then send me the gift, then that's I'll be like, yeah, okay, thanks. The gift, but the gift is not your penis. That's not what I want.
We discussing what comes after this on next week's show because I actually want to know what's getting ready to show up.
Ain't nobody about to send me shit. They're not gonna send me nothing.
They just gonna say good morning, good night.
All right.
What you
That's
doing?
how they be.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, open
Ask
Pandora.
for my number and I'll send me shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you
did.
invited it now, so that's what's wild. You invited it. That's why I would have just been,
Or you can send me to my Cash App and I'll go buy my own gift.
Chelsea, you already had somebody watch the last episode said, I thought that was Alicia Keys, man. I had to look twice.
You did.
Who said that?
Somebody
Wait
did say that.
Who said that?
Somebody said, I thought that was A Keys for a minute.
they call
Who
him a home
that?
wrecker.
I'll
Is that
shout
what they
them
did?
out.
Because you know, so they be talking about Alicia Keys, your home wrecker. They like home wrecker.
Yeah. I was just talking about that with somebody.
Hey, that's such cap. I just want to say that's cap, man. They gotta leave that lady alone.
It is, because like they don't know the situation of all of that, man. Like, oh, you can't
She was a home wrecker.
It takes two to tango. So
No,
he
that's
was
true.
30, man. He knew what the fuck he was doing.
She was not a home wrecker though. That man was already separated from his wife, and they were already going through a divorce process. Like that was already the case before him and Alicia Keys even got together.
But were they fully divorced though?
It don't matter. They both were dating two other people. Have to be divorced by law to move on. Hey,
It just happened to be that he got with Alicia Keys and she probably got with nobody. So
no, he took his whole family on vacation. Like, you know what I mean? He took his ex-wife, he took Alicia, he took the kids, like he took everybody. Like they were already over with, dog.
Cap.
So
Like
why
you
was
said,
she beefing with Alicia then?
Who knows?
or was she ever, or were they ever really beefing, or was that just how they portrayed it? Like, is that how the news outlets portrayed it? Because, you know,
She probably said one thing, dog, and then they ran with it and made it, you know what I mean, World War III.
That's true.
big facts.
Well, she living her best life, her and Swizz. So people
All
are
is if I'm going through a divorce and me and my wife have moved on, I am free to date. Because, you know, they make you wait to get a divorce. You can't just be like, we divorced tomorrow. They make you wait, but you still got to live life in the meantime. You can't just sit in your house until.
right.
No, you're right. You're right.
Indiana's on some other shit. Like, you can't just get a divorce. Like, you got to go to counseling and shit like that.
It's not just Indiana, though. There's quite a few other states that require that. Like, that's a requirement.
And some shit don't need no counseling. Like, y'all already decided, like, yo, this shit is a wrap. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
right.
Mm.
Well, what's the problem? They've been cheating. Like,
It's
what you mean? There's no
What you
counseling? Like, if he throwing dick over there and she busting it down over here, bro, there's nothing to talk about. Like, we just gonna move along. How about y'all need to work it out? Hey, man, you need to get out of my motherfucking business. That's what you need to do. Government's wild, bro. It's wild.
Yeah, they are. They want control of everything.
But we are doing reader listener questions and opinions. So to anyone, if you want a question answered, or if you just have any opinions and statements that you want us to read for everybody to see, it can pertain local artists, DJs, music events, shows. If you really want to know if I'm Alicia Keys, you can ask me that as well.
Yeah.
She's asking for you.
Look, I sound desperate. Like I'm over here just craving for a date or something. Don't get it twisted.
Y'all mind if I throw a little fact in real quick?
A fact?
Fact. I didn't know this. Little Black history. Did y'all know that Bruce Lee's first student was a black man?
Yeah.
I actually did not know that.
Like,
Not the first.
Yeah.
I didn't know his very first student was a black man.
I just knew that from the movie. And then
you talking about the whitewash one? I didn't watch it.
When I was seeing if it was facts. Was that whitewashed?
Yeah, bro, because it's supposed to be about him and they made it about the white dude.
Not that one. I ain't talking about that one.
Oh, okay. You talking about the Dragon, the Bruce Lee
It's
story?
about the real, yeah.
I think I only watched the whitewash one.
Jesse Glover. That's his name, if y'all ever want to know. Jesse Glover.
So I had to check to see if it was facts, and it was. They said it was true.
Well, I mean, I know he taught big ass whatchamacallit.
Kareem.
Yeah, bro. Imagine getting kicked by that dude. Like,
Hey, Kareem is 7'2", fam. Like, shit.
the size like what, 18, dog? Like, no, I'm not taking that kick, bro. And got speed, Bruce Lee speed and moves. I'm good, bro. I'm cool.
Yeah. Kick your whole head off. Literally.
Y'all make sure to submit y'all's questions. Also, y'all submit y'all's questions, but also submit your best shot at Chelsea. Shoot your shot.
Shoot
I
your
mean,
shot.
if you
It's
want to
open.
turn it into like a shot at love with Chelsea, like they did on VH1, you
Yeah,
can
man.
bring them on.
I'll shoot y'all's
And
best
I'll have
shot.
a list of questions. You know what I'm saying? I have
Like,
5 questions and pertaining
is
on
the
your
perfect
answer.
week.
Can it be us 3 at the bottom like they do on
Valentine's
MTV?
Day
like
was
y'all do.
yesterday. This is the perfect week to get it going. Like, shoot it.
We can return this into a whole nother show. We just go.
Right.
It's gonna
Shoot
be
your shots segment.
we gonna swap out Dope Tho host at the bottom of the show every time a new dude comes on, and we just be.
Oh wow.
We gonna do that. That's a new show. Let's get it.
The prize, win a date with me, but you gotta pay for it. I'm not like, you know.
I mean,
help us judge it. You gotta help us pick the best game.
Oh Lord. So you can email your questions to whatisitdopetho@gmail.com.
just said that she gonna have dudes watching How to Be a Player Tonight. Boy, they just gonna load it up.
I don't do it now. I'm just saying, I'm quick to cut someone off or call you out. And I do
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see if you got mug shots up, if you're on parole still, like we gonna see.
How you judge them for having shots? You got a mug shot, man.
I shouldn't know more. I'm not active in the system.
You get your record expunged?
It should be.
Hey, y'all see how she got a scarf tied around her head, bro? It's on gang right there, bro. Like y'all see that.
Because I ain't gel down my edges.
Hey, bro, don't let her fool y'all out here, bro. Don't let her fool you. She gonna get y'all, bro.
Big shells.
But enough about me. Let's go to these album reviews because I'm not being reviewed right now. That's next episode.
Oh. Okay, yeah, let's go. So, today, the artist I'm reviewing is Tyrant and his project God's Gift. We actually released that review last week, so you can go check it out. The full review on butisitdopetho.com. So go check it out and read the full review there. This particular album review at the time when I reviewed it, it was album review number 20 for me. So go me. Louisville's own Tyrant. He released this project September 2020. 6-track project, so very short, under 20 minutes. So it's not a long listen. So make sure you guys go check it out. It's not going to take up a lot of your time. Tyrant, at the time of the review, at the time of the project release, he's making waves in the streets with his music, with his work. You could definitely hear the Jay-Z, the Hove influence on a couple of tracks. He flips a couple of Hove lines on the tracks. Evidence is on Villain and TAR, 2 good tracks. Also, I would put them as key dopes from the project. His lead track, which is clearly This Is My single for radio play and lead single, Set It Off featuring Lola Lane, is a very dope track. Definitely, I see why it was the single to push. The In Vogue sample track is backed by a dope video. So if you haven't checked that out yet, make sure you go pull that video up and check it out. The visuals at the time they were released definitely display some of the issues and things going on in the city, the turmoil from the marches and the protests just last year. So go check that video out. Set It Off featuring Lola Lane, very dope. Good balanced project overall. Like I said, very short listen. It's not going to take up a lot of your time. Key dope from the project, like I mentioned earlier, Villain, TAR, of course, Set It Off, and then Thank God. Those are probably a few of my key dopes from the project, which some key dope, that's more than half of the project. So bottom line and question of the day, is it dope? The answer is yes. It ended up getting a 7 on the Dope Tho rating scale, which means it's heat. It's heat. So go check that out. Dope project from Tyrant. Go check it out. See for yourself. Definitely go check out the review. Read the full review on butisitdopetho.com.
Man, we got a 6 and a 7 back to back. Woo-wee. Somebody might end up getting an 8 from Ackland for us is all over. Boy, I tell you what.
And listen, like I said before, y'all, hey, I'm not that tough if you make good music. People's got 8s from me. Romel Weaver, Romel with 2 L's, got an 8. I think
that was it. Oh, yeah.
Motown Dave got an 8, I believe. Anyways, I gave it out. You know what I'm saying? If you dope, you dope. And if it's trash, it's trash.
Hey, wait until Ackland has to come on here and review one of them albums he gave a 3.
I'm waiting for the day. I'm
there. I'm going to have popcorn out and everything that day.
Can I still review? Do I need to review those?
Hey, you can review whatever you like. You can review whatever you like, man.
Oh, okay, it's hilarious. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
You could be moving forward. It seems like since you established the rating, people have kind of stepped up their body of works, man.
Oh yeah,
good stuff.
I think so. Yeah, people dropping good projects, I think.
Well, cool. All right, so that mean I am next. We're going through the Grammy series, so we got a few more. We went through last week. We went through D Smoke's Black Habit, which fantastic album. Again, I would advise anybody to listen to it. If you haven't listened to it, definitely check it out, especially if you're in hip hop. That leaves us. We still got Royce, Freddie Gibbs, Jay Elect, and Nas. And this week we're gonna swing on to Jay Elect. We're going to talk about the God amongst gods who ain't never actually released an album, but somehow managed to get God status, which is crazy, off of a mixtape that was released, 2011, like 10 years ago or something like that. So let me start out. If it wasn't for Jay-Z, this project would not exist. I don't care what nobody says. I don't think this project would have ever got released if it wasn't for Jay-Z. And to be honest, man, I didn't know what to expect going into this album. I knew it was going to be fantastic when I originally listened to it because it came out back in, obviously, 2020. And it was kind of surprised. Like, nobody expected him to drop an album because, you know, we thought he had that Baduism, you know, because once they get that, they don't release albums and stuff anymore. But he ended up releasing a written testimony. And to be honest, man, there's a lot of Jay-Z, but it works really well. This album, this Jay Electronica album is beyond solid. Matter of fact, I'm gonna even go as far to say that, you know, the Double J, which is just kind of weird, rapping, you know, little thing that they had going on is probably this decade's purple tape, because it was literally that good and that entertaining to listen to. For one, Jay Electronica causes Jay to be on his A game. Like, he can't phone in no verses, no nothing like that. And like, it's just a really, really good album. Starting off from the beginning, you kind of know what you're getting into when he drops the Ghost of Soulja Slim, man, and like, they just don't stop. And it's rap. It's just bars on top of bars on top of bars for 10 songs. It's not super long. It's only about 39 minutes. But I mean, once it starts and it's great. Got a few features from Travis Scott, which is all right, but The Dream, like, I don't know where they went and dug The Dream up from. They was like, hey man, just get out this bag for a little while and come sing. And those are actually some of the best tracks on the album featuring The Dream. You know, it's crazy that we've waited 10 years to get this album, and it actually, to me, I know to a lot of people it didn't meet, you know, expectations because it had too much Jay, but to me, it was great, man. Like, it fully shows that Jay Electronica is, I mean, even 10 years later, is just as good and just as sharp now as he was back then. So, you know, Key Dope, obviously the Ghost of Soulja Slim, The Never Ending Story, Flux Capacitor, and Ezekiel's Wheel. Man, they talked a little bit about everything, but predominantly it was Black excellence, and it was them just talking that talk. is really, really good, and it just seems effortless. Like this is the height of what you would call boom bap, because like the production was fantastic, like the bars was fantastic. Like I mean, this is top form of rap. It's definitely a reason why it was elected. They definitely deserved the election. Now, is it the best album out of the 5? Maybe not, but I mean, it's definitely, it could be a thing. But as far as I know y'all want to know if it's dope though or not. This album is pretty much damn near perfect, man. Minus a couple of, I mean, it could have been a little bit longer and maybe a few more solo J-Elect songs, because that's when he really seems to shine. But I have to give it a 9, man. That's where we sitting at, and it's definitely worth a listen. Even after all the times that I hadn't listened to it, and now coming back to it, it's a crazy good project. So that's what I got.
That's what's up. And you said what who's left on the list? Virgil, what you said?
Who's next week? Oh, I'm sorry. Next week we're gonna.
How many? What you're doing? How many reviews for the Grammy series?
There's 5 albums that's been nominated, so we're just going through them. So next week we're gonna go to Royce's project, The Allegory. So that's what we're doing next week, and then we'll leave the last 2 would be Nas and Freddie Gibbs, and we'll figure that out. And then I'll tell you who I think is gonna win the album based off of what I've heard and listened to. We'll discuss it in that episode. That's what's up.
That's dope.
Yep, it's dope.
Before we close out, I just want to touch on something that Virgil said earlier, that he compared the City Girls to the Yin Yang Twins. So can we just run that back real quick and you can reiterate exactly what you mean? Because
was that before we were recording?
Yeah, it was before we was recording. I told him to save it because we was gonna bring it back up. So please tell the good people just how you think the City Girls are the female version of Yin Yang Twins, because
they make now. I mean, as far as rap styles and stuff like that, I mean, they're very similar, and they make the same type of music just for a different crowd. Like, I mean, they make club music. That's the whole thing. Like, the City Girls make club music. Like, I think if you played a City Girl song in the club, you're gonna get the same responses you would get from when we was back in the day with the Yin Yang Twins. And I like the Yin Yang Twins. Shout out to the Yin Yang Twins. They was always dope.
Yeah.
But they wasn't lyrical in any way, shape, or form. And like, you know, I play them in the car.
JT is lyrical though.
Started singing, you know, like she sing on that Throat Baby remix. I cut that off. Like, I had to cut that off.
No, I ain't gonna lie. She didn't have to do that singing.
I just want to say this. I feel like the Yin Yang Twins made ass shaking music. I feel like the City Girls make scammer music, dog. They make music to motivate women to pull credit card fraud and go scam on a nigga in Miami.
That's legit what they was doing, right? Before they got
one of them was the one that just got out of jail.
Yeah.
She went up
legit,
for
they was doing that.
Right. Well, I mean,
if you actually listen to the words, see, I feel like Virgil listening to the beat. Yeah, the beat might make women shake their ass, but if you listen to the words, bro, they telling women how to scam, bro. They telling them how to get their bag up.
They just saying need to mess with somebody with money.
It really is. If you want
so they can take his credit card while you sleep.
You gotta buy something. You can't be broke. Like that's.
And I don't think nothing wrong with it.
You know what I'm saying? Especially someone that's never
stand up for the City Girls.
Yeah.
My time is not free.
It don't make sense now. They worth too much money.
Because you know how many women dealing with, what were you going to say?
I was just saying they make too much money to be dealing with. They can't be doing that now, man. They got too much money to be.
Right. Shit. They need to come take me out. What you talking about?
Yeah. So many women deal with broke guys. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with Like we ain't nothing wrong with needing somebody with money.
Yeah. It's okay.
But you ain't gotta rob them. Like, money and then rob them. Like, you can't rob them though. Like, I made me a dude with money. Shit, I'm gonna take his Rolex. Like, yo, chill out, man.
I would never steal from nobody. You know what I'm saying?
No, I ain't gonna steal your money.
Gift me or whatever. If you wanna buy me a bag or something, like I'm gonna be like, okay. When I worked at the mall, when I worked at the mall, I worked retail. I had a random guy. I was literally helping him shop for his daughter or whatever for Christmas. And he bought me a bag. He's like, well, which one do you want? I said, are you for real? He said, yeah. Never seen this guy a day in my life. Never spoke to him again. Bought me a $400 bag.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that, gentlemen? When y'all just remember when you pull in Big Chelsea's DMs, know that that's
shot. You know what you gotta know. You see where your level's at.
You at least gotta have a job and shit. Like I'm not high maintenance. I'm not materialistic. I'm very appreciative of whatever gifts I receive because that's something I'm not used to receiving. But still, me, I learned how to, you know what I'm saying, treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. So that's
right.
Hey, she told y'all, dude, she ain't running the Hobo Hotel, bro.
Hey,
so
we getting a lot of bag talk from the ladies right now,
yeah. Yeah, man.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I've done my fair share of bag buying.
Like, I'm just all about
the females that I'm involved with, so I ain't tripping. It is what it is.
But yeah, I see what you're saying, Virgil. I can understand the whole. But to me, yin yang twins are just the yin yang twins. So.
Also, there's nothing wrong with scammer music, by the way. I'm just pointing out that there's a difference between them. Because what's that one kid, TJ6 or whatever? I think that shit is hilarious.
The dude talking about robbing everybody?
He talking about credit card fraud online, stealing your online purse.
I used to talk about running off on the plug all the time. Not just he made a whole song about it, but I was listening to some of his old shit and he even mentioned it then. So I'm thinking he really be running off on the plug. Trying to come up. So I mean,
but y'all just gonna act like Whisper wasn't a song about them trying to like steal coochie and stuff like that, bro. They were literally whispering to the coochie.
Exactly.
Hey, steal is a strong word, bro. Like
that's why I said.
Very much so.
It's a strong word to throw out there.
They whispered, they wasn't aggressive with it, so
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
They trying to be all sexy, you know what I'm saying?
You mean the dudes that talked about on the song that they got thrown out the club 50-11 times? It was like, what a pride.
And then they had the nerve to make a song about nagging. You gonna whisper in her ear, and then you gonna get mad when she nagging at you. What?
Oh man! Shout out to the college years that was made up by them.
Yin Yang Twins. Those were good times. Well, I think that concludes our Dope Tho show for this week. I think it was a good one. Shout out to our special guests, Coyia and Amoré King. Make sure you check them out.
Appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Please come back.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
hey, I just want to say this, Dope Chelsea. Let me say this real quick. Dope Tho has some very special announcements coming. So
you went robot on us.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
No,
we did not hear anything. You sound it like it not hear you up on.
You still roboting on us, Amoré.
Man, put it in the chat.
Hey, bro, just type it in the chat, bro. We'll
I think type it in the chat.
I think Ray said Dope Tho's got two special announcements coming at some point.
I heard that. Okay.
I think that's what he said. Coming soon.
Did you?
We got big things and dope things continuing on, so be on the lookout.
Right. I mean, they're gonna wonder what it is now because they heard it, but they didn't hear it. So now they're gonna be like, "Ooh."
He got his Transformers.
As soon as he was like, "Before you go, I got something to say," and then cut out. Well, Leah, make sure that you for anybody that wants their music reviewed, please send it to butisitdopetho@gmail.com. And please make sure that they are just singles, no singles. Make sure they are not singles, but at least EPs and albums. We're not going to review no singles. If you have any questions or opinions pertaining to anything that we talk about, anything directed towards me, you know, I'm joking, but not really. Once again, if you have any questions or any opinions, also please email butisitdopetho@gmail.com, but put the subject as listener letter. And if we like it, if we feel like it's good, we will answer it on our next show. And please make sure you follow everybody on Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to us, follow us, comment, like, share on YouTube, all that fun stuff. Amoré, do you want to shout out your handle? Because it's not on your name.
At Amoré King TIO. At Amoré King TIO.
And there you have it, good people. So until next time, bye.
Bye. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right.
I'm going to try to figure out how to stop recording.
I know. I hit stop. It still said it's recording.
I don't have to edit the video.
Yeah, I got to edit.
All right.
I hit stop.
Just hit leave. Just hit leave the room. It'll probably keep the thing off.
Oh, all right. We good. All right, y'all. We out.
All right. Peace.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Later, Coyia.
You still trying to figure it out? You really looking like I'm going to see it where it says stop recording.
No, I had a pop-up. I was trying to read. It said a sign and leave.
I hope Breeze all right.
Just hit
Though,
leave.
They should, you know what I'm saying? They got a lot going on in Texas right now with the snow and everything.
Whoever's running the right now, Bree said when you leave, it'll stop the recording.
Oh, okay.
All right.